Hello students, today we are going to discuss some topics from chapter thermodynamics. First of all, we take thermodynamic system. Thermodynamic system. What is a thermodynamic system? In fact, thermodynamic system is a collection of very large number of molecules. It is a collection of very large number of molecules. Thermodynamic system is a collection of very large number of molecules of matter. The matter may be solid, liquid, or gas. Solid, liquid, or gas. Which are these molecules are so arranged that these possess certain values. These molecules are so arranged that these possess certain values of temperature, pressure and volume. That they possess certain values of temperature, pressure and volume. So we can define as a system of a large number of molecules which contain some certain values of temperature, pressure and volume is called a thermodynamic system. Now we will discuss about thermodynamic state variables. Thermodynamic state variables. Thermodynamic state variables. These state variables are some parameters. Such as pressure, volume, temperature and internal energy. Some parameters such as temperature, pressure and internal energy. Internal energy of a thermodynamic system. Actually, these parameters determines the state. These parameters determine the state of thermodynamic system. So, these are called state variables of the thermodynamic system. By calculating these variables such as temperature, pressure and internal energy of a system, we can assume the condition or nature of a thermodynamic system. Okay, the next topic is surrounding. Surrounding. In thermodynamics, anything which remains outside the system, anything which remains outside the system is called surrounding. The surrounding have a direct effect on the system. This have a direct effect on the system, such as, for example, we are carrying a reaction in a test tube in lab, then the mixture inside the test tube is the system, and the entire environment around the test tube is called surrounding. Now we will discuss type of systems. There are three types of systems. Number one, open system. Open system. A system which can exchange both matter and energy with the surrounding. A system which can exchange both matter and energy, with the surrounding. Is called an open system. The next one is closed system. The example of open system is we burn some fire in open air. Then this system can exchange both matter and energy with the surrounding. The closed system is a system which can exchange only energy but not matter. A system which can exchange only energy but not matter with the surrounding is called a closed system. The example of the system is as we carry out a chemical reaction in a test tube. The third one is the isolated system. This type of system neither exchange matter nor energy. With the surrounding. Nor energy with the surrounding. A reaction carried out in a thermos flask. Constitute an isolated system, because in this case there is no exchange of matter and no exchange of energy between system and surrounding. Now we talk about heat. Students, heat is a form of energy in which the energy between a system at higher temperature and at lower temperature exchange in the form of heat. That is, heat is a form of energy, and its SI unit is also same as that of energy, that is joule. Now we talk about work. What is work? The energy that is transferred from one system to another, the energy that is transferred from one system to other, the energy that is transferred from one system to other by a force moving its point of application, by a force moving its point of application, moving its point of application in its own direction, point of application in its own direction, is called work, is called work. Okay students, now we will discuss about thermal equilibrium. Thermal equilibrium. Thermal equilibrium. Equilibrium denotes a state of non-action, any state of a system in which the thermodynamic coordinates remain unchanged. Any state of a system, any state of a system in which thermodynamic variables remain unchanged. Thermodynamic variables remain unchanged is called state of thermal equilibrium. Remains unchanged is called state of thermal equilibrium. State of thermal equilibrium. Okay students, now we will consider zeroth law of thermodynamics. The next topic is zeroth law of thermodynamics. To understand this law, we have to draw a diagram. It is a simple diagram. Suppose there are three systems. There are three thermodynamic systems. These thermodynamic systems, we denote these systems system A, system B and system C. Then according zeroth law of thermodynamics, if system A and system B and system B are separately in equilibrium with system C. System A is in thermal equilibrium with system C and system B is also in thermal equilibrium with system C, then according zeroth law of thermodynamics, system A and B will also be in thermal equilibrium with each other. This law is the zeroth law of thermodynamics. Okay, students, I repeat once again. If system A is in thermal equilibrium with system C separately and system B is also in thermal equilibrium with system C, then system A and B will also be in thermal equilibrium with each other. This is the zeroth law of thermodynamics. We can write this law as that if two systems are in thermal equilibrium separately, if two systems are in thermal equilibrium separately with a third system, then these systems will also be in thermal equilibrium with each other. Okay, students, this was the law of zeroth, which is called zeroth law of thermodynamics. Students, now we will discuss the equation of state or ideal gas equation. Equation of state or ideal gas equation. This is a famous relation which is represented by PV equal to nRT. Now we are going to derive this equation. This equation is called as ideal gas equation. Okay, we start from Boyle's law. Boyle's law states that when temperature is kept constant for a given mass of gas, when temperature is kept constant for a given mass of gas, then according Boyle's law, pressure and volume, the product of pressure and volume of that gas is constant. Mathematically, PV equal to constant. This is according Boyle's law. Boyle's law. Boyle's law. Okay, we write this equation as equation 1. Now we consider Charles' law. Charles law. According Charles law, if pressure is kept constant for a given mass of gas, if pressure kept constant for a given mass of gas, then ratio of its volume and its absolute temperature is constant. That is mathematically V upon T equal to constant. This expression is according Charles law. Okay. The two laws may be combined into a single relationship. These two laws may be combined into a single relationship. This relationship is known as gas law, and this relationship is given as PV upon T equal to constant. In this expression, we combine equation 1 with equation 2. If we consider any mass that is n moles, suppose n moles of a gas, then this equation will become as PV equal to nRT. PV equal to nRT. This expression is called as ideal gas equation. In this equation, symbols represent, P represent pressure of the gas, V represent volume of the gas, N represent number of moles of a gas, R is the gas constant which has a constant value, and T is absolute temperature. Okay student, this was the ideal gas equation. If we consider 1 mole of a gas, if we consider 1 mole of a gas, then N will be equal to 1 and the equation will become as PV equal to RT. PV equal to RT for 1 mole of a gas. Further, if a gas under all conditions obey both Boyle's law and Charles law is called an ideal gas. If a gas under all conditions of temperature and pressure obey these laws. These laws are collectively called as gas laws. Obey these laws or gas laws is called an ideal gas. Okay students, thank you.